Hello and welcome to Untitled Tarot, and today I'll be doing a reading for Aries, okay? So this is for any planet or star you have in your chart under Aries. If you do, great. If you don't, great as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out, alright? And if you are a cross-watcher, I welcome you with open arms because heaven knows I was a cross-watcher for many a video myself, so I get you and I got you. Now, the way I work is that I first pull cards from the Radlech Valentine Fairy Tarot deck, then I clarify those with the Brian Froude's Fairy Oracle, and if I need any further clarification, I use Sylvia Netzer's Mirror Truth Lenormand deck. Now, with that being said, I'd like to remind you that we all have an intuition, and it's key that we learn how to use it, so check out the video I post on Monday for that. And a reading is like a snapshot of the possible future that might arise if you continue doing what you've been doing up to this point. If you don't like it, change it, is all I can say, okay? Now, with that being said, my gorgeous Arieses, I was going to call you Leo. Let's get into your cards. Yeah. It's funny. I just remembered that my dad is an Aries, so please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Aries, please come forward and share what they should expect. And the first card that popped out is the Queen of Summer pointing towards the left. To the left, to the left. To the left, to the left. Everything you own's in the box to the left, in the closet. That's my stuff. I don't know what she says at the end. Walk and talk at the same time, and call you again, standing in the front yard, telling me how I'm such a fool. Talking about how I never ever found a man like you. Got me to say, you must not know about me, you must not know about me. I can have another you in a minute, and in fact he'll be here in a minute, baby. I'm so out of breath. Holy. Okay, so please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Leos. Aries, please come forward and share what you have to say. For the coming week, please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share it. And you got the 10 of Spring. Okay. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. I can have another you in a minute. And in fact, he'll be here in a minute, baby. Ooh. Independent women. Yeah. Show that man who's boss. Okay, so please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Aries, please come forward and share what the next card is. Ace of Spring, which is a good transition from the 10. I mean, I'm talking to girls, but this can be for guys as well. I don't read for gender, I read for energy, and I mean, the energy that I was picking up on is someone who's walking away from a toxic situation. And so, I mean, guys, if you're living this too, put your foot down and walk away, okay, from that toxic, swirling whirlpool that is your current person. Girls too, or trans, whichever. Toxic people are in every sexual orientation. So please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Aries, please come forward and share what is coming up next for them. And you got the World card. What? This is great success. Yes, very good. By the way, I use selenite on my decks, just so you know. It's a purifying, cleansing card. So, purifying and cleansing crystal. So, please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Aries, please come forward and share why the Queen of Summer is here pointing towards the left. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Aries, and you got the Laum. Unconditional giving and receiving. With Singer of Intuition at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Aries, why is the Ten of Spring here in the upright? Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Aries, please come forward and share why the Ten of Spring is here in the upright. And you got the Journeyman with Mikkel a Muckle at the bottom of the deck, as well as the Birth Mother following that. And Los Cunas behind that. And Solace behind that. Solace. As well as Iris of the Rainbow. Ooh, wow. Then you have himself. Then you have Singer of Healing. Then we have the Master Maker. Then you have Death, the Fawn, and finally the Singer of Courage. Yeah, I'm starting to get used to these cards. Singer of Courage. Now, please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Aries, please come forward and share why the Ace of Spring is here in the upright. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Aries, please come forward and share why the Ace of Spring is here in the upright. And you got the Maiden with the Bodacious Bodak behind that. Followed by the Glencaner. Hi. Something interesting. Okay, then you have Tintin the Sylph, as well as the Fairies of the Future. Okay. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Aries, please come forward and share why the World card is here in the upright. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Aries, please come forward and share why the World card is here in the upright. Ooh, 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 ooh. So we got the Dark Lady in the reverse with Epona's Wild Daughter at the bottom of the deck, followed by Penelope Dreamweaver. Is this going to be another one like that? Penelope Dreamweaver in the upright. He of the Fairy Sword in the upright as well. Then you have the Undressing of a Salad and Geo the Slow. Okay. One moment, please. Okay. So we start. First card, Queen of Summer pointing towards the left. Now, the Queen of Summer, first of all, cards pointing towards the left to me mean that they happened in the past or they're happening super slowly. Now, if this happened in the past, it indicates that you will listen to your heart, your intuitive insights you can trust, and taking care of others, perhaps too much. So maybe you are taking care of others and not enough of yourself. This is what happened in the past, okay? This is your This was your experience. Now, if this is happening slowly, you're doing something that is keeping this energy away from you. And if that is the case, that means that you are going to have to do something a little different. Yep. From what you're normally doing, that is keeping this energy apart from you. Because the cards, to clarify, okay, are that you have unconditional giving and receiving. The Lam is unconditional giving and receiving. So if this happened to you in the past, you are unconditionally giving and receiving. Alright? And if this is slow in coming, that means that that you have to yet learn this. Learn about the unconditional giving and receiving. Okay? And now, what will help you? Well, for those who this has happened in the past, the Singer of Intuition is what helped you decipher these. And what you need to decipher was you needed to understand this was perceptiveness, oracular powers, and awareness, as well as trust. And for those for whom this has not yet happened yet, okay, for whom you haven't yet been able to unconditionally give and receive and be loving and comforting and emotional and intuitive as the Queen of Summer, this card is telling you that you need to trust, strengthen your oracular powers, your perceptiveness, as well as your awareness, and trust in them. That is what is being said for that. Now, for those of you, then the next card is the Ten of Summer. Now, Ten of Spring, Now, the Ten of Spring talks of ask for help from others. All work and no play, being weighed down by too many responsibilities. For those for whom this has already happened, this means that you laid down, like you were able to lay down your, you were able to ask for help from others. For the ones for whom this has not yet happened, this is what is suggested to you. Ask for help from others. Okay? Now, the mini deck of clarifying cards. Now, the reason you are being suggested to ask for help from others is because you are on an adventure and you might not be able to see exactly what is the issue, but there is something's not sitting right. You know that something's off. You just can't put your finger on it. So you should ask for help from others because you are getting ready to embark on an adventure to gain independence, to polish your skills, and to travel. And so you need to fix these things up before you go on your quest. And one thing that is suggested in order for you to lighten up the load is to see the blessings in life, mixed blessings, everyday blessings, and play. Be able to play around with the blessings that are coming your way and so on, right? Then you have the Birth Mother. Now, the Birth Mother is something that you also need to do. Talks of creativity, nurturing, productivity, intimacy, and sheltering. So something that you need to do to yourself. You need to take care of you. Yes. You need to be able to take care of you. Because you are so busy. This card is like insanely busy. This woman is like a mother. She has her family, and they're completely bothering her and not leaving her any moment to breathe, and it's getting on her nerves. But yeah, so, but that's what happens when you have a 10 of spring. You need to lay down some things. You need to lay down some wands, and you need to take care of yourself. Then you have Los Gunas, which talks of sunken treasure, discovery of self, and adventure. So something that will also help you deal with all these burdens is for you to get to know yourself, get to know when things are happening that and what they mean. When what happens and what that means to you. What is your higher self trying to let you in on? You know, your physical body has some intelligence, and it's trying to communicate a message with you. But if you are not aware of all these little synchronicities and all these details, you might walk past it and not even be able to know that it is happening. Okay. Then you have the Solace card. Now the Solace card talks of spiritual empowerment, knowledgeness, consciousness, and synthesis. So without being able to have the knowledge of what your higher self is trying to communicate, you will not be able to synthesize and discern, and synthesize all the information that you're getting and make a conscious and thought out decision based on what is coming to you. Next, you have Iris of the Rainbow. Now, Iris of the Rainbow talks of hope, promise for the future. So, but once you do this, once you get in touch with your inner self, and once you get in touch and you start understanding what your higher self is trying to let you in on, you are definitely going to be able to tap into hope and promise for the future. Okie dokie. Now, next card you got is Himself. Now, Himself talks of natural law, life force, shamanic powers, and magic. So, in order for you to really tap into your own magic, you first need to do this. You first need to get to know how your higher self is communicating to you, specifically. And once you understand how your higher self is communicating to you, you will be able to heal your mind, body, and spirit. And with that will come the Master Maker. Now, the Master Maker talks of skill, craftsmanship, magician, polishing of skills, moral strength, and invention. So, because you will get to know yourself better, you will be able to realize whatever you have in store for yourself, which is good. Then you have the Death card, which isn't a bad thing, okay? It just means that something within you has passed away and something new is going to come to replace it. Now, the Death card stands for natural, timely endings, release, liberation. So you have put something in the past, and that something was needed to be put in the past. Now, the next card is the Fawn card. And the Fawn card talks of understanding the nature of nature, natural wisdom, natural magic, which is amazing. Yep. When you can understand your own natural life force, you can understand a lot of things about yourself. And that's where the Singer of Courage comes in. And the Singer of Courage talks of sublimation of fear and sublimation of bravery, sublimation of fear, and moral strength. So basically what this is telling you, once you get to know yourself, you will be so much more stronger, so much more braver, and so much more able to deal with what is coming. Okay? Now, next, you have the Ace of Spring, which is a nice way of saying 10 of Springs, Ace of Springs. So something has come to an end, and because of that, you are going into something beautiful and new. Okay. Now the Ace of Spring. Now spring represents actions. Okay, let me let you in on all of them. So Swords represents thoughts, Cups represents emotion, Pentacles represent material wealth, and Spring represents action. Okay, generally. So now, the Ace of Spring talks of it's time to take action. Be fearless and happily pursue your most treasured dreams. Amazing career opportunities. Yay! You have something that is coming because you now know yourself better, how to deal, you now know how to listen to yourself, how to utilize that information that your inner self is sending you, your higher self is sending your way, and to use it to better your reality. Now, next, the clarifying cards, okay? So first you have the Maiden. Now the Maiden talks of new beginnings, new auspicious beginnings, okay? Joy, hope, birth, and growth. Yeah. Stuff's moving forward. Then you have the Bodacious Bodak. And the Bodacious Bodak, yes, talks of meddling, tampering, sabotage, and helpful fixing, but it also talks of order. So it's what I'm getting for this is that you're doing a new action, you are putting into place a new action, and it is going to help you it is going to be a good beginning, but it is also going to be showing you how this new action should be put in place. You know, the steps, the steps to make it happen or to put it into practice. Next, you have the Glankener, okay, which talks of illusions, delusions, lust, projection, though the last and very important thing I think for this reading is clear sight. Now, when I say clear sight, as in your new beginning is going to teach you a lot about how you should actually put that new action into play, but it will also give you clear sight on what it is that you need to be doing at this point. Okay, next you have Tintin the Sylph. Now Tintin talks of acute intellect, quickness, mental synthesis, and discernment. Now, basically, with all the information, with this clear sight and the ability to see farther, okay, into reality, and into the reality that you want to create, you will be able to clearly discern what is for you and what isn't for you, what is good and what is bad, what will get you to your end goal and what won't, is what I'm getting. Next, you have Fairies of the Future, okay, which talks of be here now, guidance, forward moving. So basically, what this means is that for you are going to have a new beginning, and that new beginning is going to teach you a lot about how you should continue, how you should order your action, what's the sequence in which these actions should be done. Then it will also give you clear sight as to what you need to do in order to make it into a concrete reality. And with that, you will be able to accumulate some intellect, some data on your new process. With that, you will be able to discern, you will be able to synthesize and discern what is good from what is bad. Okay? Next, you have, like I said, the Fairies of the Future, which talk of be here now, right? Guidance, forward moving, which means that you will not be able to tap into all this good juice if you're not here now, if you're not perceptive to what is coming to you, if you're not there to pick up on little cues, if you're not there to how should I say this? If you're not there to really notice the details that are coming towards you, the details that the universe is sending you your way. Okay? Now, the next card you got is the World card in the upright. Now, the World talks of a brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. So, all the information that was brought to you with the Ace of Spring that you have used to shape your new action is what has allowed you to be able to complete a cycle, to complete a cycle and go on to a new level, right? Yes. And now, on this new level, you will first and foremost have the Dark Lady in the reverse. Now, the Dark Lady in the reverse talks of possible resistance to profound change and renewal. Well, I mean, if this is talking about you having a little difficulty on embarking on a new cycle, it's completely normal. Like, because, well, the one thing that is always true in life is the constant need for change. Or not the also the constant need of change and the constant change that life is. So you can't do anything about it. It is going to change, want to or not. But what this is saying is that, well, maybe once you finish this cycle, maybe you're going to take some time to really enjoy this cycle and be like, you know what? Give me like a week or a month, let me get used to this, and then let me like completely change my whole way of being and my whole way of acting again. Maybe you've had enough of changing things up and moving on and having to deal with new beginnings. Who hasn't? But, I mean, we all do. We all do need to. And the reason why you in this case need to accept change into reality is because of Epona's Wild Daughter, which talks of inner shadow, nightmares, depression, madness, growth. Yes. So basically, you are keeping yourself in this state for whatever reason. It might just be because you've just gotten to this stage and you're like, nah, I'm comfortable here. I'm not moving. But something is telling you that you need to change something. Okay? Because, like, if this is you, if you have inner shadow work that needs to be done, if you have nightmares, if you're if you are depressed, if you are going a little mad, okay, you absolutely need to make a change in your reality in order to break free from these shackles. Okay. Next, you have Penelope Dreamweaver. Now, Penelope, okay, talks of inspiration, magical dreams, visions. So, as much as the two first cards were kind of like, I don't know, like cringe-worthy, right? With the Dark Lady in the reverse and Epona's Wild Daughter. Is that what it is? Yep, Epona's Wild Daughter. Okay. At some point, something is going to come to your attention. You are going to be inspired, you are going to have magical dreams, and you are going to have a vision, and or, should I say. And that will be in part because there's an active principle within you. There's spiritual will has come and has come into your reality, and that will ensure that you have justice on your side, as well as protection, as well as being protected. Now, once you are protected, you will give off this. People will feel like how am I going to say this? Okay, so once you are protected, you will know that you will feel that you are protected at this moment. Okay, I'm just talking about this week. You will feel protected for the week, okay? And once you get into the groove of being protected, you will understand that there is something that you need to achieve, a balance that is needing to be achieved. You need to avoid extremes, achieving the impossible, being impossible, right? So people are going to be like, oh, how do they do that? How did they do that? And why am I not able to do that? Why? Because if people aren't fully happy within themselves, they sort of, instead of looking within, they look for outside sources sometimes. Okay? And that might come and bite them in the ass at some point in time. So, just be aware of it. And the next card is Geo the Slow. Now, Geo the Slow, okay, talks of slowness, cycles of time, waiting, patience. So, as much as I must have said something right. As much as things are impossible for them, seem impossible for others, I think that slowness might take a little bit of time. This might even go farther than this week, right? Basically, it's saying that it might take some time for you to really be able to tap into the undressing of a salad energy, or it might be some time until they understand what it is that you're doing. Because I mean, listen, if they don't see it, that means they're not on the vibration. They're not in the vibrational vicinity of understanding why you are doing how you're doing what you're doing. And if they're not near what you're doing, it is basically a waste of your time to explain to them what you're doing, because they won't even be able to comprehend it. They won't. So why even waste your breath? I mean, I'm not saying this to be mean. I mean, it does sound like it, but I mean, what I'm trying to say is that people need to do this on their own time. So even if you try, they might not even be at the place where they can understand you. So why exert yourself? They will get there when they are ready, good and ready. When they are good and ready to ask you these questions, they will ask you these questions, and they will ask you, and they will seem interested in how you're doing it. So that's when you explain. But until then, don't explain them shit. Because if you try and do that, they will take that as you being pushy. I'm talking from experience, because this was what I was doing when I was a kid, and what I did like not too long ago. So now I know, don't push your own ideas on anybody. They might not be ready for it, and if they're not ready for it, they might take it as an offense. Don't. Okay? So, my gorgeous Aries, this is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this, and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below. And in that box, you'll find a little description of this video and my price. Now, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. Alright? And with that being said, my gorgeous Arieses, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I will see you next time, okay? Bye!